Oh, okay, good. So it's someone asked what Chinese book they could read to their 4-month-old, and I had many reactions to that. But I think it's a valid question because not everyone knows, and I guess people are concerned. So, what I would like to say to folks who have this question is, one, I'm really glad that you are so earnest and want your kid to learn Chinese so badly, and that you were willing to read to your 4-month-old, because I am not willing to read to my older children. So it's really good that you even want to read to your 4-month-old. Second is to not overthink it. Like, to kind of chill out. Your baby is 4 months old, or 6 months, or 3 months, or whatever month old along this time continuum of babies, and it doesn't matter. Like, they can't see color. I mean, I don't think they see color till 6 months old. I don't remember, but like, they can't see stuff. They can't follow the plot. They can't really see beyond 1.5 feet. And kids, they're babies, and they're just going to eat they're going to eat your books. So with that said, what I mean is, you don't have to worry about what books you're reading to them. I mean, it could be the dictionary. I mean, probably the dictionary is not going to be very useful or helpful, but as long as it could be any book. It doesn't even have to be a Chinese. It could be, it really, I did not buy any Chinese baby books for my kids. Here's why. One, if you can't speak Chinese, you really can't read them, the Chinese books. I mean, unless if you are fluent in reading, I mean, literate. But you really can't read Chinese baby books to kids because they're written for an adult to read to children. So if you are not literate in Chinese, can't read the book anyway. They will not have pinyin, they will not have zhuyin, it will just be straight up Chinese. If you are not literate, you cannot read a Chinese baby book to your kids. Okay? 2, if you are literate, like you can read a newspaper, you can pick up a book and read, then it doesn't matter, then you're probably fluent in Chinese, okay? And then it doesn't matter at all what type of book you read to them, because if it is a baby book, and if you're reading to a 4-month-old, it's probably a baby board book or picture book, you should be able to translate that book in Chinese from English, Spanish, whatever other language. Okay? So, yeah. So basically, you don't really need, if you are fluent in Chinese, you do not need a specific Chinese book. You can buy all the English board books you want and then translate it. I mean, your kid's not going to be paying attention to the plot, honestly. But even if they are, if there's some like genius kid, and maybe all 4 of my children are just, mediocre, that's fine. That's okay. Then you should just translate the book. Like how, for instance, like some of the board books I have are like Goodnight Moon. The book's not hard. It's like in a very, very green room, in like a big, great green room. There's there's like a bed and like a red balloon. If you're fluent in Chinese, you should be able to translate that, no problem. So I guess I'm belaboring the point, but my point is, like, you don't need a special Chinese book. If you're fluent in Chinese, you should be able to translate most baby books, most board books. I mean, unless if it's like some technical medical book or like some dinosaur book with all the technical names. And in that case, your 4-month-old can't understand it anyway. So literally, you could just be pointing at every single dinosaur and not say like Tyrannosaurus Rex. You could just say Konglong, dinosaur. Like, and honestly, yeah. And let's say you are not literate, you are fluent. That's kind of like me. It's also a lot easier because then you don't have to be stopping every 5 seconds to like, what is this word? What is this character? You can just say. You're just translating. And again, the books aren't that hard. for a 4-month-old or a baby, right? Alternatively, you don't even have to read the story. You don't have to translate. You can just point at pictures. This is a cow. This is a dog. Look at the dog. Oh, this is a duck. Oh, and you just say the words in Chinese. 这是一头牛，一只猪，一只鸭子. So I mean, I really feel kind of like I'm condescending. I don't mean to be. Like I honestly think that you're just too worried. You know, you're making a big deal out of something that is not necessary to make as big of a deal. You're overthinking it. Your kid's a baby. It's gonna look at either black and white stuff or brightly colored pictures or just stuff, and they just want to listen to you and be with you. And so don't worry about finding the right picture book. The right picture book, the right storybook is not going to make your kid fluent. Okay? Reading to your kid is helpful in developing fluency, but mostly it is speaking to your kid in Chinese. You know, it's just consistently speaking Chinese to your kid. And if you are at the level, if your Chinese is good enough to be considering Chinese picture books or books to read to your kid, then you should be able to be fluent enough to just speak daily to your kid the whole time. I mean, as much as you can stand it. Honestly, that was the hardest part for me because I felt stupid talking to a baby. And second, I felt talking to a baby and speaking Chinese to the baby. So anyway, that hopefully answers your question. My children have invaded, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.